Karen Kill and I were talking, she began to describe all of these unique organisms that live in the watershed and are really essential to the water quality that is there.
It's not just something that is my project, but it's actually our project.
Here's a nice one. Yeah, I think he's actually about right here. He might be squiggling around in that net. There's all kinds of little riffle beetles in here, and I believe some black fly midges. There's a case builder caddisfly right here. And this rock has only been in the water, say, 8 months, and it just goes to show how fast some of the life can rebuild if you give it a chance.
I just got this vision immediately of, oh my God, we could, share these organisms through visual means and really get people to care, get people to be inspired, and think more about how they are just really connected to these landscapes, to these waterways. And so, I proposed to her, how about I put out a call and we build a show? It could be exhibited in my space, and that would just be the beginning.
Browns Creek Watershed District is actually a local unit of government that not that many people know about. It's 30 square miles in the Stillwater Grant area in the East Metro, and the namesake is Browns Creek, which is a designated trout stream.
Amy Walsh expanded her practice. She's a new artist coming from being a physician and just really starting to dabble in the visual arts and being inspired to go through this comic book route with the caddisfly. I asked her if we could take the color out of it and make a coloring book out of it.
The caddisfly is just this really cool creature that kind of, I don't know, fights above its weight class, ecologically speaking. It builds these nets in the stream, and the nets that it builds can hold back rocks that are the size of oranges. And this is a creature that's smaller than a grain of rice. And I just thought that was really cool and kind of superhero-ish. And the impact of those nets is really big too, because they slow down the water's speed, they prevent flooding and erosion.
The significance in our Dakota culture is one of the Dakota star constellations, what we call Ahadishka. For whenever baby boys are born, we actually make an amulet shaped as a lizard for the baby boy's umbilical cord for when it falls off. Or the salamander has these amazing qualities, these regenerative qualities. They're really great hunters, very fast and resilient, and we want those qualities for our baby boys.
A rose-breasted grosbeak shows up. They're beautiful. They have a really sweet song. I actually didn't know that they thrived in Browns Creek. Now I'm going to be looking for them when I walk. One there.
My drawing for the show has images of a canary, and it has images of lungs, and it has images of the river. And I'm thinking about how all those things have this balance that they have to strike. and they have to be in these certain places, and it's just kind of this indicator, and you can choose to observe it or not. And I think it's interesting that even if we destroy things or even if we pollute water and then these things die off, they always kind of come back. It's like this is this interesting push and pull.
How can we take all of this art and really bring it to another advocacy level?
We can do small actions just on our own properties by planting native plants that filter water or hold back soil, allow for the insects and birds and pollinator species to actually thrive in our watershed. The water that's held back by our native plants actually is keeping that dirty water from getting into Browns Creek and helping these species. We want to help connect people to this amazing place, to help them be curious and inspire them to take action on their own and their own properties. This could be something as simple as planting native plants, taking a look at how you're managing your lawn. Could you reduce some of the space that you have? You could reduce how much you water by using native plants. Reduce lawn, improve native habitat. You can volunteer with the Watershed District, serve on a citizen advisory committee, or even on our board. Everyone can help by the choices that you make on your own property.
How can art kind of expand the work that the watershed does by creating that awe and that inspiration and tell stories? Because people really listen to stories. They don't always listen to data. All of that is a part of what this project can do and what the future of this project can do. Because again, this is just the beginning.